Hey guys, it's me Matthew, of course, and in this video, my cat is being very loving and loud, aren't you CJ? Yeah, so you might hear some cat noises, but on top of that, I am playing Rimworld. I don't think I really need to explain what Rimworld is, so I'm not gonna try, because whenever I try to explain a game, I do it in the most terrible ways. You can clearly tell none of my content has ever been scripted. I don't put enough effort in for that. But anyways, I am just going to play something simple, something easy. I will do Crash Landed, the classic, and I'll play Cassandra Classic on medium difficulty, or Builder. No, medium, yeah. Oh, and commitment mode. Seed, corn cob, sure, generate. Now, if you pay attention to my channel, which there's at least a good 2 of you, there might be more. I'm being a little, I don't know what the word is, but there's at least like 10 of you who consistently watch, which thank you very much. But those of you who do watch might have noticed that I was not uploading yesterday. I tried to, but I recorded for at least 2 hours, multiple different games, over and over again, and I just kind of gave up. I was already very tired when I started, and I was trying to record a very shitty game called Darwin Project, and that game annoyed the shit out of me. For some reason I was trying to record it and make a snarky video about it. I don't know why I tried to do that, but I did, and as expected, I fell on my face on that one. But yeah, that's that. I tried to jump into a few other games and it didn't really work out for me. So this time I'm gonna play a game that's relatively simple, even though I have a fuck ton of mods. It's more about management than anything else, so I can just pause it, take it slow, enjoy the ride. I don't have to be skilled or anything like that. I don't know how much of a challenge I'm looking for, but this would be pretty interesting. I don't know if I can go across water. I've never had to deal with like boats in this game. I don't know if that's a thing. I know eventually you can get ships, transport vehicles, but I've never gotten to that point. I think I've almost gotten to that point, but I've never fully gotten to that point, so I'm not sure. I'd probably be relatively safe here. I don't know how much. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I kind of want to, but I also like I don't know how water works in this, if you can traverse it or not. So that's my main hesitation, even though I never really go across the water, and it's not like I'm gonna continue this for that long if I do it at all. So I've reconvinced myself. Let's see, terrain, western coast, caves, eastern coast, no caves. I don't know if I want caves or not, because caves usually mean that there's already like infested, I don't know what the word is, I think it's infested, enemies there already. And I prefer western coast because that's what I'm used to here in California, so I'm gonna go with Western Coast. And yeah, I think this is pretty good. Marble, limestone, sandstone. No caves. It should be pretty straightforward. Next. Now I have like this medieval mod or something. I'm not sure. Besides adding some weapons and some things, I've never really used it fully. I just kind of have it. I kind of want to avoid it as much as I can. Since I've gotten back into this game, my main philosophy behind it when I start up a new game is to pick characters that make sense that they would, drop together. Not that they would be intentionally dropping, not that they would be like suited to one another's needs, but like if there's a ship going down, which is theoretically the idea here, that 3 people got into a drop pod or 2 drop pods, escape pods, and fell on this Rimworld. So who would be on that ship, and who would have escaped? Because if it was everyone fending for themselves, then you'd think maybe a worker would have escaped, like an engineer kind of guy. Maybe they would have prioritized a scientist of some kind, depending on the vessel. And then maybe just a casual rider of the vessel, maybe someone who was being transported, or someone had a child on the ship and they don't particularly have any skills. Maybe they were taught some stuff, but so on and so forth. Or maybe an official that doesn't really serve any good uses in the colony, but will work and do the jobs anyways. I really hate it when people are incapable of things, because it's just so stupid. So stupid. Child star sheriff incapable of dumb labor is because of child star. I hate that so much. Let's see here. Political assassin, master chef. So maybe a chef escaped. Veterinarian. There probably wouldn't be a veterinarian on a vessel exploring Rimworlds, Being out this far, it doesn't make too much sense. Maybe they're being transported to the Rimworlds and the ship just fucking crashed. I don't know, but I suppose you could call it role-playing to an extent. I guess, yeah, it just straight up is role-playing. I just never really role-play that much, which is probably very clear as to why I don't. I don't know how to describe myself, but I'm rather dull. Yeah, that's a good word for it. Dull, boring. Like, when I put in a lot of time and effort, sometimes I can create some interesting characters to an extent, but usually I just get so overwhelmed. Botanist, mathematician, holy crap. This motherfucker is an intellectual. Ooh, 2 people who can't do dumb labor. Really? A botanist who can't do dumb labor? That's stupid. Okay, so starship janitor. Crafting. I don't like how the mathematician is incapable of dumb labor, but I suppose that provides me more of an excuse to keep them working on research, because my current run, I have a lot of different jobs that need to get done, so I don't focus down on research as much as I should be doing. It's kind of like a side thing, a background task, because I don't have anyone dedicated to it, because, again, I have so many things I need to get done. I need to make sure I have a food source. I need someone to mine, someone to construct, someone to hunt, so on and so forth. So, this person is really good at melee. I don't think I care too much about that. A paramedic. So really good at construction, incapable of none, passionate about animals and crafting, and really good at medical. Somehow 0 intellectual, but that's not a big deal. Daughter Sophia Soap. Oh, that is interesting. Chronological age. Jesus. When your daughter is just a year younger than you, technically you're over 2,000 years old. Weird. So a paramedic, a mathematician, and a master chef. I think that's interesting. Now, prepare carefully. Make sure that I have a limit to the points I spend. What would these people have? Now, for some reason, it's giving me plasteel, advanced helmet, a flak vest, flak pants. When I have a math professor, is that? Yeah, math professor, a chef, and a paramedic. I don't know why there would be ballistic gear in there. I understand a weapon to some extent, depending on the possible occurrence of whatever happened to the ship. So maybe that makes sense as well. It depends on, what happened to the ship in the first place. Was it being boarded, So maybe that does make sense. A female chihuahua. Now, I personally absolutely fucking hate chihuahuas. So, fuck that thing. Bolt action rifle, revolver, plasteel knife. None of my people can shoot well. So I think because this person has bloodlust, I think it would be a good idea. Greedy. Aesthetic, jealous. Oh, Jesus. This person is going to be very annoying. But, you have to deal with downsides. It makes it more interesting. If you make everything in your favor, then what's the fucking point, I'm going to take away any passion from melee. And I will put extra passion into shooting. Okay, how am I able to put that many points into it? I didn't take that many out of melee. Oh, wait a minute, I took out the chihuahua. That's what happened. Okay. Let's see. I have someone already interested in plants. So I'm just going to just tone that down just a tiny bit. So that I at least have one person who's at least a little decent with guns. Yeah. A chef, I suppose you could argue that they'd be somewhat decent in melee, but they would also be certain chefs, especially if you're a master chef, you'd be quite accurate. I know not in the same way as a gun versus a knife, but I think that accounts for a little bit. And you wouldn't necessarily be good at fighting. So maybe shooting would be more of the logical outcome here. I could be completely wrong on that point, but it would also make sense to get rid of that and put another point in the medical. Because, and again, the dexterousness, the accuracy, the steady hands, doesn't necessarily mean that chefs need to have steady hands or that it's a, you know, a common thing necessarily. I think it might be. I'm not sure. I'm not a chef. These are purely my assumptions. So, yeah. A paramedic with the side hobby of crafting. Who doesn't like animals? Let's be real here. I'm gonna take 1 point away from plants and put it into animals. And who likes building things? It makes sense. If he likes crafting, he'd like building. Apparently, an apocalypse survivor. So, I wouldn't necessarily say, oh geez, I don't have anyone that's good or bad at mining. Well, good or bad. I have a bunch of people who are bad at mining. I'm gonna take it away from the math professor, and apparently this guy's a fucking apocalypse survivor. So I'll give those points to him in mining. You'd have to know a little bit about plants. You don't necessarily need to know much about cooking good food or anything like that, but I'll put a point in there. Artistic is the last thing. Social skills would help in the apocalypse. If you think about it, because being able to negotiate with people would definitely lead to your survival, but it's not necessarily needed if someone else is doing the negotiating for you. Everyone needs a doctor, so yeah, I don't think social is necessary to increase for any role-playing reasons. Math professor, someone who is this much of a bitch, I don't think they would be all that social. At least not good at being social. They might be vocal, but they're not necessarily good at communicating with people. This person's all over the place. Math professor, I suppose there is plenty of science to cooking. I don't know. I don't know how to distribute anything with this person. I'm honestly tempted to just shuffle again. I'm gonna go to equipment and look at animals. That was one of the longest interruptions I've had. Boy. Anyways, I think where I left off was I was going to pick an animal of relatively equal value to the female chihuahua. Theoretically, this would be a pet to one of the passengers that they took with them when they crashed or when they got into the escape pod. So let's see here. I prefer a cat. Norwegian forest cat. Unfortunately, I don't think they have ginger cats in here, which is what my cat Joe is. I know they have a lot of different cats, but also a lot of this is from mods. If you're looking for these and you can't find them. Let's see here. Abyssinian Bengal, British short hair, goats. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Norwegian forest cat. Yeah, that one. I know it's not 330 like the other, but I don't care too much. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I think I'm going to switch out this math professor. That, or I could just build this character. A little differently. Although I do need someone. I kind of forgot what I was going to do with them. And why I wanted to switch them out besides of how annoying they are. Let's see if I can manipulate this just a little bit more. I'll do that. Up his mining skill just a tad bit more. I don't know what to give this person. She'll never do construction or anything like that. I think maybe a little bit more into artistic. They're a little grotesque, but crafting isn't dumb labor, so crafting and art kind of go hand in hand there. Yeah, and I have 10 points left over. I could go more into these items and what they should and should not take. Well, let's see here. How much does that cost me? Too much. Too much. I'll just take 10 extra silver, and that's pretty good for me. The idea tonight is that I'm going to record two 30-minute videos to make up for the lack of a video yesterday, because I do want to upload one video a day, and I mean it's inevitable that I'm going to fail that sometimes. Okay, well, I was not expecting that. I'm going to save and quit to the menu, and just in case, I'm going to play my other one and see if it has the same visual glitch, because if it does, that worries me a little bit. I moved it to a different drive. No, this one doesn't have the same glitches, so maybe if I go back to the other one, it'll be better. But a small tour of this poorly designed base. My main three were Pushka, Dismar, and Jordan. Sol, or Soleil, or Soli, I don't know how to pronounce that, got chased by someone that was trying to kill her, so we took her in. This person was a random raider, Vasilisa. That's an interesting name, but she's trying to escape. She has not had a good track record, but she does have good stats. You know, I need someone to be constantly cooking, constantly mining for me, because I've been trying to expand and it just takes too much time. But yeah. There isn't too much going on here, but I would definitely make a lot of changes if I did this again, which is what I'm doing. So let's see if that other world works, or if it's going to continue having that textural glitch. Okay, there we go. It's fixed. So let's see here. Soap is the shooter. I think her father. Oh no, he is the other shooter. Wait, who's the strongest melee? Well, he is at 2. So equip all that. The person with the strongest gun and the best aim and all of that seems like the person you'd want to protect, because they're going to probably see the most action. So oh, it takes a while to put it on. Okay, why is he sick? Health. No, crypto, sleep sickness. All of them have crypto, sleep sickness. Okay, that's lovely. Let's take a look at what I'm dealing with here. Oh, lovely, a cougar. I know that there was a warg right next to where they dropped. There isn't much for structures to take over. There is this. So let's make a little stockpile zone in here. Architect structure, let's put a door on that. And a temporary room that I can expand on later to put the beds and stuff in. Okay, work. Manual priorities. Everyone's going to be a firefighter. Everyone needs to be a patient. The doctor will doctor. The researcher will research. I don't know how this managing skill works, but I don't think I care too much. I'm not gonna let that control anything. I need to look into that. Cleaning. I'll determine those later. Everyone needs to sleep when they need to sleep. Basic when they need a basic. Warden. I mean, if you don't take care of the prisoners, they will starve. Animal handling. Cooking will be second. Brewing isn't necessarily important. Hunting and fishing are pretty important. Growing will be important. Plant cutting will be important. I suppose she can help with plant cutting, and with growing, and with hunting. But research will be her main priority. And the paramedic can help with handling, not with hunting. Wait a second. Did I give the chef has a gun? Good. So I don't want to put Harry because he has a knife. Whoops. He can also help hunt and fish. Why not hunt? I already just went over that. I'm a dumbass. I understand. Constructing is going to be his #1 priority, followed by mining. And because it's early on, I want them to all focus on hauling, and then cleaning can come last, pretty much. Let's see. Yeah, I'll go into those a little bit more later on, but for now, I need everything in this house, and I need this extra room built so that they have a place to sleep. I think I might make this video a little bit longer, because I mean I haven't even gotten to much yet, so I don't want to leave it too early on, you know? A lot of this was just building the characters, and although that is interesting to some degree, I don't want that to be everything. Okay, they will not have enough space, so I might have to, let's put down, I wonder how quickly he can build beds. No, he's just taking a casual stroll. Structure. Yeah, like that. And once they've begun building all the important shit that they need to build. Okay, my cat's opening up my door. Like, what the fuck? So, who's my constructor? Okay, Soap isn't doing anything because she doesn't do anything. She can try to construct. She doesn't have any skill in that. There's nothing to cook. There's not much opportunity for art right now. I guess I can have her start growing things and cutting. So she can start cutting down some trees. Let's have her cut down a lot of these just near the house. And floors, tilled soil. I'll put a nice little farm right here. 7x7 zone, growing zone. I don't know what she is capable of planting up to level 4. Let's see, the highest thing that she could plant is smoke leaf, and that's not edible. I don't know what produces the most, but I know that, I mean, corn and rice are always good plants, same with potatoes, because those usually produce in large amounts. But I'm not sure which one to go for. I think potatoes might be the best in this instance. So hopefully she can do that whenever she's done going for a walk. I need you guys to work through the night the first night to get this done. I might get interrupted again. So, this is a very bad time to end the video, but this is where I'm going to end the video for now. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it relaxing, entertaining, so on and so forth. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.